the Enlightenment Chasers. Today is October 2nd, 2024. Next month, we'll be going to the polls to elect our President of the United States of America. Aware of the United States of America, the enlightenment of a multicultural world, the enlightenment of peace, filling up the need for peace, the quenching of the thirst of peace. On this episode of our podcast, the first question while riding on this road of politics is, what is my purpose and mission on earth? No, it is not about the United States of America, a country. Neither is it about Africa or America, a continent. It is about our world, the world of humanity, the need to be of expected of the mind, of enlightenment, the peacemakers of the world. It is for truth that we rule the world, considering the state of our mind, the complexity of our mind. At the end of the day, no matter how complex we are of this physical world, we leave all this behind. Now we should not be fooled that we pass it down onto others. For people do change. People have their own minds. Our choices are personalized. Every generation is different. It is our choice to keep what our ancestors have given to us. We could still say no and start anew afresh. But if you understand your purpose of being, you know it is not about physical multiplication of self, but rather the mind reaching its fullness of enlightenment. Peace stabilizes a country. True, but how? It takes a woman to think like a man. I must emphasize on what Sir Steve Harvey says. And what is this thinking like a man? What does a man do that a woman does not do? Chastity. A man knows how to keep his chastity. It takes chastity to have the right mind. A man does not multiply, but a woman. The exhaustion is the woman to bear and not the man. What it takes to carry a baby in the womb for 9 months or 10 months. Nurturing the baby can never replace it. Carrying a baby in the womb is torturing. It's like a daydream in existence, only in your mind. The things you feel only by yourself that no one feels around you. It's very torturing and it can really demoralize a woman. It can slow down a woman. It can be an obstacle in the way. Yes, we have said Multiplying is very important. But I tell you the truth, it has come to a place where we begin to realize the purpose of the United States of America was for enlightenment and not for multiplying. There was a reason why those in the North were having lesser children than those in the South. Those in the South were still in the place of getting to their senses of what the North or those in the North were up to. Finding the United States of America was not about keeping a country, but rather enabling a signature. It was rather about establishing a mindset. It was not about people, it was about a mindset. And mindset never dies. Even if you kill the United States of America, you can never kill the mindset. It's what I want us, the United States of America, to get to understand today. So we feel not ridiculed trying to do the best of us, trying to build a world of expected in a world of traditions, of reasoning. We must be none left behind. Enough of playing the games, for if we know our purpose, we will not even try to even have a time to play about it or to joke about it, understanding the state of others. I did go through a part of the vice presidential debate, and I was really educated of how the United States of America perceives itself. We, the people, are the people, and the Enlightenment is the most of us. We are the people, but the Enlightenment is the most of us. For sure, we are very certain we will not be here in some years to come. Yet, we know that what we establish will be forever. Even if people change their minds, they will live to remember. Memory will always be in the back of their minds. We are here to leave a memory like a chip, such that even if the divert from it, they will always have it to return to use it like the key to unlock all doors that are chosen to be locked. I learned about, they talked about enabling peace, security, considering the struggle and conflict going on with Iran and Israel, only trying to expose to us what division can do to us. When you have children, when you have 7 children, and the first grows up and tells you, I found me a man, and leaves the house, and you have 6 left, you tell them, your sister has now left us, but is still with us. But you know that that is very, very incorrect. It's like sending a son out to a battlefield, expecting them to return victoriously. Sometimes it fails us, but yet we want to stand by faith. How do we start? By lying to ourselves, expecting the best, such that even when the son returns, the son is never completely the same. When that woman leaves the house, even if they return, they are never the same. Even the house is different because things have happened and changes have happened. Changes have occurred. What is security? Is keeping one, never moving, never changing, never leaving each other. What brings conflict is our divisions, such that we want to return being together. We have a lot to learn about each other. And while we're trying to learn about each other, we find ourselves fighting. We find ourselves being aggressive against each other. Hostility will be in our way. Sometimes we call it normal, but that is not normal. Yes, it is a side effect of the medication, but that is not normal. You need not side effects of medications, which is why prevention is better than a cure. Oh my. Conflicts breaking us apart. They talked about climate changes, the same situation about the need for security, the need for peace. The more we multiply, the more we need to exhaust the land. And then the land now a place of struggle. It is not about how much one person has, but rather how many people we are. We are supposed to live at the best of our comforts because we know that we all come differently into this world. Some are more disabled than others. The same scenario with 7 children. If one child is chubby enough to take 2 seats, will you want to compress the child because you want to have another baby? Oh no. It's time for us to think. It is not about how much land one person is covering, but rather how many of us are in the land and how many more are we bringing in. Is it about people or about the Enlightenment? When America is only thinking about keeping a generation, keeping the future with people, that is demoralizing self. When we know it's about keeping the Enlightenment, living the successful life, living the right life that expresses what enlightenment is. What is human nature? Human nature is learning, gaining knowledge, healthily, gracefully, aging, and ascending with no defaults. Healthily ascending with no defaults. We have comprehended this through psychology, learning through the human development. What we want to experience at aging is not despair, but rather integrity. Integrity comes with completion. One of the vice presidents mentioned about the hurricane, a recent hurricane where 2 grandparents were stuck on the ceiling with a child. Goodness, that even is a calling unto us in the middle adults, the adulthood, the middle adulthood, we in the middle with the power, with the direction, with the control, with the remote control. How do we walk these two ends of us, of birth and our seniors? Obviously, it is very certain that declining of birth and more care given to seniors is what we need. We need increase in integrity given to the seniors and reduction of birth, of the birth rate. Because we find our middle adults getting so exhausted, so depressed, so emptied with so much labor, working in between the two, trying to make children, at the same time trying to take care of the seniors, trying to give comfort on both sides. It's not easy and will never be easy because you never know which child is coming. You never know which child is coming, nor how the seniors are ascending. You never know who will be facing a lot of complication at the place of recovery. Understanding that there are milestones that must be reached, and those of us seniors not being able to feel satisfied of themselves fall in the place of regrets. And we begin to ask, where is their integrity? Trying to raise them up again like a child to find integrity out of their despair. It's not that easy. Our middle adulthood is really in a struggle. Therefore, we must be able to enable a healthy strategy to enable more comfort for the middle adulthood so that effective work can be done. It is about integrity, and United States of America is that already built. There is no need of making another United States of America, but America, our enforcement, to maintain that it has been building, that which it has built from beginning. The seedling now becoming a tree should be a healthy tree and not a tree to be disrupted. Multiplying is forcing us to live in places where the environments are delicate and then making the places looking like slaughterhouses. Our earth is a beautiful place. When we do this, we make the earth look like a terrible place. Multiplying is all I heard in the debate. If you have to ask me what this episode is all about, it's all about the awareness of the multiplying of humans than the enlightenment which America stands for. Even before the Western, even before the Europeans came to the America, the first Americans, the natives were all about enlightenment. How they were trying to culture themselves, living healthily, trying to live in their little groups, maintaining themselves while learning. Everywhere had always been about reaching that enlightenment of peace keeping. And now having the Westerns to come in and try to bring all together because we can never reach peace divided. It takes our coming together. That is the place where the United States of America stands at the top of trying to bring the diversity into looking for peace, that the center of us, the enlightenment of us, realizing that diversity is not a problem. Solving. Diversity is not a problem solver, but rather the question, but rather the problem. And the answer to the problem is unity. And what it takes to enable unity is the making of the rainbow, which must become light. We cannot stay the rainbow, but become light because we advance to greater enlightenment. We age into a greater enlightenment. We are the mind. We are the peace of mind. the knowledge of wellness we leave behind or make into existence, looking like left behind, but rather our reality compared to all the physical aspects of life we leave behind. Our possessions are only the counterfeit of our expected state of being, the fullness of knowledge we speak into existence. Through USA, enlightenment has been reached all over the world of expected seeking unification than parting. Also about energy, looking for cleaner energy, looking for comfortable living, expecting amity and accommodation does not require so much work. We need not work too hard to live good. We do not depend on wages, but rather peace of mind. Wages are just only like crowns on our fingers. But where are the fingers if we have the rings? Wages are like the rings on our fingers, but where is the finger if we have the rings? Where is the mind if we have the money? We need effective mind. We need the enlightenment mind. Call wages an important part of us. Talking about immigrants, illegal immigrants, it's like talking about even the legal immigrants not living effectively. How do we even reject another when we are able to give even legal documents to one who can harm us? Harming us meaning one who is still short of knowledge, of understanding the purpose of the United States of America. We all are good people, but some still falling short of their true self, needing education. They need to enforce education. They need to encourage people to go to school. They need to enable education to be affordable, at least to the point of understanding our purpose. And then career can be part of keeping us active and practically in remembrance of the Enlightenment. We need affordable education. Illegal entry or legal entry, all we care about is the right mind at most. I'm so glad that one of the vice presidents said that those that are illegal immigrants who are causing atrocity needs to be sent back to their country. Sending back to their country is not even really what the solution is. It's a good step, but sending back, making sure they are being observed and educated. They need education. America needs to affect the world accordingly, needs to fulfill its purpose. Whoever reaches the land of the United States of America can never go back the same. They must be able to know their purpose. They need to be educated on why they are being sent out. So that their going out should be on a purpose of growing. When you grow and you can come back in legally, you are not sent deported forever, but to make yourself worthy to be an American. Even those that are called Americans today know that they have a lot to fit in that shoe called America. Even being born in this country, we all know we have that work to be done to fit in that shoe called America, which our ancestors laid a foundation. To build the right mansion on this foundation, we need a lot of work of the mind. Physical work is limited, like the rings on the fingers. We need the fingers. We need us, the mind, than the people we think we are, of black, white, or whatever race we are calling ourselves. We are humanity of enlightenment. I hope this beautiful episode helps us to reflect gracefully while on our way to the elections day. All our presidents are fit and all our vice are fit. I'm so glad to hear them speak some positivity that are so impacting. And whatever else we have, we need to work on it. No one is perfect, but we must seek for perfection. Does not mean we stay imperfect. Human nature, please remember, it is not our imperfection and perfection put together, but rather the imperfection looking for perfection. For we are perfect before becoming born of the physical life. When you set out for a journey, you must return home and in peace, or you will make your home another journey. Therefore, we must try to go back home in peace and call it a journey. Thank you all for listening. Peace stills the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. The Enlightenment. The first enlightenment of the month of October. Thank you all for listening.